Jai Hind students, welcome to physics class of grade 11. Today I will try to give you classroom exposure because I am using whiteboard with me. Some of the students, they are having the doubts in the applications of the dimensions. This is one of the simplest concept of the physics. I am repeating, this is the simplest concept of the physics. Only you need to remember 8 or 9 dimensional formulas. I am writing those. Area dimensional formula is L square. Volume L cube. Density, mass per unit volume, ml to the power minus 3. Speed or velocity, its SI unit is meter per second, so it can be written as LT minus 1. Acceleration, it is LT minus 2. Force, MA formula all of you know, MLT minus 2. Formula of work, Fs M L square T minus 2. In the last, charge, its formula is at, because charge is the product of current and time. A stands for current and T stands for the time. If you remember these formulas, you can attempt each and every question. Now, first of all, I will tell you its application. First application, to convert one system of unit into other system of unit. What does this mean? Listen, the magnitude of a physical quantity, it always remains the same. It does not change with change in system. For example, if I say that length of an object is 5 meter, if you say 500 centimeter and some of you will say 5000 millimeter, they will remain the same. It will not change whether whatsoever you will say. Now here 5 is numerical value and u is the and meter is the size of unit, and 500 is numerical value, centimeter is the unit, 5000 is numerical value and millimeter is the unit. So I can say that there is a formula N1 U1 equals to N2 U2. This formula you will use, and by using this formula you can solve any problem related to this. Now some of the students, they have sent their problems to me that this question is not clear, so I am explaining the question. One of the question is that convert power of 1 megawatt on a system in which fundamental units are 10 kilogram, 1 decimeter and 1 minute. That is, convert, we are given a power of 1 megawatt and I have to convert into a system in which unit is, fundamental units are 10 kilogram, 1 decimeter and 1 minute. 10 kilogram, 1 decimeter and 1 minute. How can I do? First of all, I must know what is the dimensional formula of power. Listen, power equals to work upon time. Formula of work is ml square t minus 2. Divided by t, so how much it will be? M L square t minus 3. This is the dimensional formula of the power. Now use this N1 U1 equals to N2 U2. What is N1? It is 1 mega. And what is U1? It is watt. And what is N2? N2 I have to calculate. And what is U2? This unit 10 kilogram for mass, 1 decimeter for length, and 1 minute for time. So U2 I have to find it out. Now listen, 10 kilogram, right here M as 10 kilogram, and length 1 decimeter. In place of length, write 1 decimeter, and in place of t, write 1 minute to the power minus 3. Just put up the units in this and you will be able to solve this. So this is 10 to the power 6 multiplied by, kilogram is common, so let's cancel the kilogram. Now if you open this bracket, I will get 1 meter square, 1 to the power minus 3, it is 1, and second to the power minus 3, it is N2 multiplied by 10, and 1 deci means 10 to the power minus 1 square, and 1 minute means 60 second to the power minus 3. Now further, now open all the brackets, meter square, second to the power minus 3, N2 multiplied by 10, open this bracket, 10 to the power minus 2 meter square, again open this bracket, second to the power 60 to the power minus 3, and second to the power minus 3. Now you are seeing that this one is common, both are common on both the sides, let's cancel them. Now it equals to 10 to the power 6 and 2, 10 into में 10 to the power minus 2, it will be 10 to the power minus 1. Now here 60 to the power minus 3. Now what will be N2? It will be 10 to the power 6 divided by 10 to the power minus 1 and 60 to the power minus 3. So when they will be moved upward in numerator, what will happen? Their powers would be added. 10 to the power 6 multiplied by 10 multiplied 60 to the power 3 and 2. So from here N2 it equals to 10 to the power 7 and 60 cube 60 60 60. So solve this, how much this will come? 36 6 are 216. It is 216 000 10 to the power 7. So I can say 216 into 10 to the power 10. So I can say 1 megawatt is equal to 216 into 10 to the power 10 new units. So in this way you can convert one system of unit into the other. Another question which is asked by one of the student: when 1 meter, 1 kilogram and 1 minute are taken as the fundamental units, 1 meter, 1 kilogram and 1 minute are taken as the fundamental units, the magnitude of force is 36 unit. What will be this its magnitude in the CGS system? It is quite similar to this. Let us solve. Now, first of all, it says that what it says? It says that 1 meter, 1 kilogram and 1 minute are taken as fundamental units, right? And when we are taking as fundamental units, the value of the force is 36 units in this system. What will be the its value in CGS system? Since we are talking about the force, and dimension formula of the force is MLT minus 2. Very simple. N1 U1 equals to N2 U2. What I am being told? 36 units in this system. So let me write 36 units in this system. And what is U1 here? In U1, the 1 meter is the unit of length, 1 kilogram is unit of mass, and 1 minute is unit of time. So what I will say, in place of M stands for mass, I will write 1 kilogram. And in place of L, I will write 1 meter. And in place of time, I will write 1 minute to the power minus 2. N2, I have to calculate. And what is the U2? U2 stands for CGS system. And CGS, all of you know, centimeter, gram, second. So in this system, gram is the unit of mass. So I will write in place of M 1 gram. In place of L, I will write 1 centimeter. And in place of time, I will write it as 1 second to the power minus 2. Now here 36 into 1000 gram, 1 meter is 100 centimeter and 1 minute is 60 second to the power minus 2, and 2 multiplied by 1 gram 1 centimeter. If I open this bracket, can you tell me what is the value of this? 1 second to the power minus 2. If we will do open this, 1 to the power minus 2, it's again 1. So I am writing as 1 second to the power minus 2. Look here, cut the common terms. Let me cut the common terms. Gram is cancelled, centimeter is cancelled. So only this is left. So let's do this. It is 36 into 10 for this. Let me open this. 60 to the power minus 2 second to the power minus 2 and 2 multiplied by second to the power minus 2. Again, second to the power minus 2 is common on both the sides, so it would be cancelled. So how much I got? I got this. So this is N2. N2 is 36 multiplied by 10,000 divided by 3600. So what is N2? N2 is 100 CGS units. So I can say, and what is CGS unit of force? It's dyne. You have studied in grade 9. So I can say that 36 units of given system. So 36 units of force in given system of unit equals to 100 dyne. What is dyne? Dyne is a CGS unit of the force. This dyne you will also do in the chapter laws of motion, that is when we will discuss the concept of the force. So by this is its first application, that how to convert one system of unit into the other system of unit. Next is to check the dimensional accuracy of a physical relation. To check dimensional accuracy of a physical relation. Listen everyone, there is a very simple concept that you have studied in your junior classes. What you have studied is that length can be added in the length, but length cannot be added into the mass. Similarly, I cannot force add in acceleration. It's wrong. But I can add force, it equals to force, right? I cannot say 1 meter plus 10 meters square is equal to 11 meters square or 11 meter. This is wrong. Why? Here length is added to the area. So what this is called? This is called the principle of homogeneity. What does the principle of homogeneity means? The principle of homogeneity, it means that dimensions of each and every term of a physical relation remains the same. There is no case where the dimensions of each term on both sides may be different. They will always remain the same. So let's do a simple question. It's very simple. If I ask you a very simple question, can I add acceleration due to gravity? You have studied here. In acceleration, my answer is yes. Why? Because it is also acceleration, it is also acceleration. But I cannot add acceleration in velocity. This is wrong. If I say, let me do a question to you so that you can understand. Now, to check the dimensional accuracy of physical relation, simple example you studied, V equals to U plus EP. Let me apply this. No, what does the principle of homogeneity says? Principle of homogeneity says that this relation is correct when it is correct if its dimension formula, all are same. If its dimensions, we know that this is velocity and dimensions of velocity is Lt minus 1. So if it is also Lt minus 1, what about U? again it is LT minus 1. And what should be the dimensions of this? If the dimensions are LT minus 1, only then it will be true. So what can I say? I can say that it is LT minus 2 multiplied by the T. Let me check it out. It is LT minus 1 equals to LT minus 1, LT minus 1. So what does it mean? Dimensions of each and every term are same. What does it mean? This dimension formula is correct. Let me give you another question. S equals to UT plus half of AT. Let me check, is it correct or incorrect? S is displacement U, initial velocity T time A, acceleration T time. What is the formula of displacement? L. What is the dimension formula of U? LT minus 1 and time is T. Half has no dimension formula. And what about A? LT minus 2. And what about T? Right? Time is T. It is L. This T get cancelled. L. And here T minus 2 T. So what this is? LT minus 1. What does it mean? It means that this dimension formula is incorrect. Right? So this dimension formula is incorrect. Now, there is a question which is asked by one of the students. What's the question is? Question is that check the dimensional accuracy of nu equals to 2 pi under root L upon G. Is this formula correct or incorrect? Let me check it out. What this nu? It is frequency. And what will be the dimension formula of frequency? T to the power minus 1. And what is L? L is length here and G is acceleration due to gravity. Now, let me check, is this relation correct or incorrect? Now, frequency dimension formula is T to the power minus 1, 2 pi, no formula, and under root means power half. L, length, and what is time? Acceleration due to gravity, acceleration, and formula of acceleration is LT minus 2. So L is cancelled. So what I got? I got that T minus 1 equals to, now when this T minus 2 will shift it in numerator, what it will become? T square power half, I can T to the power minus 1 equals to T. Is it correct? It is incorrect because power is minus 1 and here power is 1. So this formula is incorrect. Now, next application is to derive a physical relation How we can derive a physical relation? Very simple. You have done a formula in your 10th standard that in 9th standard force is equal to mass into acceleration. How we can derive? Now, what's the question? How you can derive? Let me explain. It is given that force acting on a body, it depends on mass, acceleration and velocity. We know that force does not depend on velocity, but it is given. Force acting on a body may depend on mass, acceleration and velocity. Derive expression for the force. What I have to do? I have to derive expression for the force. What can I say? Force. How to solve this question? Force is directly proportional to m to the power k. Now you will ask, force will be inversely proportional to the mass also. Listen, if A is negative, automatically relation will be inverse relation. If A is positive, then it will be a direct relation. Now another is, force is directly proportional to acceleration to the power b, and force is directly proportional to the velocity to the power c. If I combine them, what I get? Force is directly proportional to m to the power a, b to the power a to the power b, and v to the power c. So here in this case, I can write this as F equals to, thank you, that F equals, okay, I will ask you, F equals to K, M to the power A to the power B, B to the power C. Now, beta, lecture is going on. A bit.
मैंने सही आंसर दिया.
Now, what is K here? K is dimensionless constant. Now, how can I find out the value of A, B, C? The value of the dimension formula of F is MLT minus 2. K, dimensionless constant, so no formula. And what about the dimension formula of mass? It is simply m to the power a, acceleration L to the power L2 minus 1 to the power b, and acceleration Lt minus 1 to the power c. Now, opening brackets, I get m to the power a, L to the power b, t to the power minus 2b, L to the power c, t to the power minus c. Now, combining all the terms, m to the power a, look, L is twice, so I can write L power b plus c, and t minus 2b minus c. Since both these terms are equal and they contain MLT, it means their powers will be also same. So comparing powers on both the sides, A equals to 1, and here L power is b plus c, it also equals to 1, and minus 2b minus c, it equals to minus 2. So I can say 2b plus c, it equals to 2. Minus and cancelling. If I solve this, b plus c, it is b plus c. If you put the value of c here, 1 minus b, so 2b plus 1 minus b equals to 2. So 2b minus b, and when this 1 goes there, it is 1. So here b is 1. So put the b1 here. So here c is 0. So put up this value in equation 1. What I get? F equals to k times m to the power 1, b to the power c is 0, and acceleration to the power 1. So you can say k m a, and here k is 1. This you have to assume. You can't find its value. So I can say F equals to m a. So This is how we can derive a physical relation. Let me see if he has asked any problem which is based on this derivation of the formula. Yes, there is one question has been asked on the basis of this. What's the question is that has been asked by one of the students as a query. Use method of dimensions, derive an expression for the rate of flow of liquid. Here V is the rate of flow of liquid. Now rate of flow of liquid means amount of liquid divided by time. Amount of liquid means volume of liquid. So I can say volume upon time. Why I am writing volume upon time? Because here rate is given. So I can say L cube by T. Dimension formula of this V is L cube by T. It is said that this rate of, this is a pipe. What it says that this rate of flow of liquid is directly proportional to, it depends on its radius. If L is the length and P is the pressure difference, then it depends on P by L, and it also depends on the P by coefficient of viscosity. It depends on the coefficient of viscosity. I have to derive this formula. Let us say how we can derive this formula. Listen students, before deriving the formula, you must know what are the factors which affects the V. Now, it is given V is directly proportional to radius to the power A, coefficient of viscosity to the power B. What is coefficient of viscosity? It is a term which indicates the viscous forces, whether liquid is viscous or not. For example, if you take honey and water, honey is more viscous than water, so its coefficient of viscosity will be more. And it depends on pressure gradient. When a physical quantity varies with the length, we call it gradient to the power C, and we can write V equals to K times R to the power A, eta to the power B, and P by L to the power C. Now I know the dimension formula of radius, it is length. Eta P by L, they are new. So let me first find out the dimension formula of eta. In +1, you will study that force is 6 pi eta RV. This is formula that you study in the properties of matter. So what is the eta? F by 6 pi RV. What is F? Force, mlt minus 2. What is our radius length and what is velocity? Lt minus 1. So this L is get cancelled. So when you will solve this, m L minus 1 T minus 3. Now right now this formula it will be provided, but when you will move to this chapter, you will come to know about this equation. And what is pressure? Force per unit area you have studied. Force formula mlt minus 2. Area is L square. It is m L minus 1 T minus 2. And what about P by L? It is m L minus 1 T minus 2 upon में L m L minus 2 T minus 2. Right? So this is the dimension formula of the same pressure gradient. Now what I will do? I will use this method. Now, in place of writing dimension formula on both the sides, I will write L cube T minus 1 and radius is L. And what about eta? Eta is M. L minus 1 T minus 3 to the power B and P by L. M L square T minus 2 to the power C. Now here M is not given, so you can write M as 0. Now opening brackets on both the sides, M0 L cube T minus 1 L to the power A M to the power B, again L to the power minus B T to the power minus 3B M to the power C L to the power 2C T to the power minus 2C. Now again rearranging the terms, M0 L cube T minus 1. What you will get? First let's do M, two terms. So it will be M B plus C, again L was first term, second term and third term, L to the power A minus B plus 2C and T minus 3B minus 2C. Now I think arranging the powers, comparing power on both the sides, B plus C is 0, A minus B plus 2C 3 and minus 3B minus 2C, it equals to minus 1. If you solve this, what you will get? You will get that A equals to 4, C equals to 1 and B equals to minus 1. Put it in this expression. So you will get B equals to K R to the power 4 eta to the power minus 1 and P by L to the power 1. So you can write K R to the power 4 P eta L. So this is the required proof. So this was that. Now there are some important numericals which are left. Give the duster to me. Thank you. So clear? Any problem you can ask it to me. Now explaining again the principle of homogeneity. If I am having an expression, let us say x equal to y plus zt plus uvm, what it says? It says dimension formula of x and y is same. Dimension formula of the all the terms is same. I can say x, y, zt, uvm have the same dimension formula. Now let us do a question which is based on this. Pressure P, it is given to be A minus T square upon Bx. P here is pressure. So what is the dimension formula of the pressure? Force upon area. All of us has done force formula MLT minus 2. Formula of the area is L square M L minus 1 T minus 2. And dimension formula of T is capital T and X is the distance, so dimension formula is L. Now how we can solve this? Dimensionally we have a minus t square. What does it mean? It means a and t square has same dimension formula. So dimension formula is t square. What about the dimension formula of B? Now, pressure equals to A minus T square upon Bx. Writing dimension formula on both sides. Dimension pressure is M. L minus 1, T minus 2. What about A minus T square? It is T square. And what about the B? I have to calculate. And what is that of X? It is M. So what will be the dimension formula of B? B, it is T square. Now, it will, using cross multiplication, M, L minus 1, T minus 2, L. This L gets cancelled. So what I got? When this M, it shifted to numerator, its power will be minus 1. And T minus 2, when it will be shifted, it will be plus. So this is the dimension formula of the B. Now what is A over B? A is T square. And what is that of the B? M minus 1 T4. So this M is shifted to numerator. It is M plus 1. And 2 minus 4, that is minus 2. So what is this? This is the dimension formula of A by B. So in this way, we can solve the problem. Note down these concepts in your notebook. Make the notes. Thank you and have a nice day.